I'm Bobby Lee from Singapore. I'm semi-retired and I was a collector before. I specialize in World Banknotes specimen proof, color trial, die proof, photo proof. I started in the year 2003. I bought many notes, mostly from the US. This guy, he only got all specimen, printer essay, all supposed to be destroyed. But since he have knowledge of all these notes, he said it's a waste to throw it away. Then he advised me. He said, look Bobby, this note, all these item notes supposed to be returned back to their own country. For instance, like now Indonesia. I bought Indonesian notes from him and bring it back to Indonesia, not because of my profit, but basically to teach the younger generation how these banknotes come to this stage. For instance, they started with a printer essay. For instance, from Indonesia, the governor of Bank Negara want to print a new notes. He will ask this company, the so-called American Banknotes Company, or Thomas Didaru at that time. You say, look, I need this, for instance, the animal series. I want to start from 5 rupiah, 10 rupiah, 25, 50, 100, 500, 1000, 2005 and 5000. But the 10, 25 and the 5000 is an issue. So they will start doing the initial rough drawing for the printer and they will submit back to the Bank Negara of Indonesia to approve whether this note should be subject to print or not. Then they will start doing the color, different type, and then they call it the progressive proof. Different stages. They have like certain part of this, let's say the animal series, they have the picture of the animal, then style, the color, then they'll try like a background, monument or whatever, and then they need a watermark. So as they go by, they need different colors. They print different colors on different value. Then upon it, the Bank Negara will approve. Then they will have like, say, pre-signature. During that time, at the 1957 animal series, they have something like 2 or 3 governors and they will need to sign them to approve them. Then they start printing the proof. After the progressive proof, they got a proof. Then after that, they will have like, say, printing the specimen, like how many pieces of this to be sent to overseas country to be recognized by other banks that this note Indonesia is going to print at that value. That's why they come to all these specimens. Then from then on, they have like a perforated punch hole. From then on, then they have today you have the new one, but lately they are not printing anymore. I think it's after 1986. What they call it, American Banknotes Company didn't print anymore. And for new collectors, those born after 1975, that is Diponegoro. It's very difficult to find all these items and they are very, very expensive because they become rare and extinct. Then in the earlier stage, I'm talking about Netherlands Indies now. It's the same. They have started with 1901, the baby cone, kedung, then they come to the wayang, then the nika, the Moby Jet, then come down to the fruits, the mangosteen series, and then on to today. Anyway, since this American guy, he has all this, it's only a piece of paper, but to history and valuation like you cannot find anymore. It's just like a piece of art. During that time, they even have the piece of like a banknote. They use something like a jigsaw puzzle to put piece by piece to put it in. You call like the printer proof. Then they send to the country to approve. Once it's approved, the country will ask like printing the value and the prefix, so it's all recorded. And the early stage, they do use something like telex. It's not fax, it's telex, and then use something like code. No, they use like certain pinhole, something like, it's a code that they want to print the notes. Then they will pay by American Express. I remember this is called American Express Bank. During the time when they print all these things, it's being recognized and then it being printed out, the value, and then shipped back to the country. And many of these unwanted notes that now become reality in that the collector need and want them. Now talking about reality, whenever a collector want the item, let's say animal series 5, 10 and 5,000, because this is on the issue, they have something like 100 pieces or 200 pieces. Each time one collector bought the notes or keep the notes, it becomes lesser, it becomes extinct. So it be lesser and it become more expensive. And number 2, for collectors, they need a very good UNC notes because it's very nice. And the one that used and because of carelessness or keeping the notes or whatever reason, the environment, the note become not so nice and then it being graded lower. As far as grading of the notes, they will have a better value if the notes clean and nice. But nowadays, chemical wise, they came out with many types. They can be washed and cleaned. But for instance, these notes after cleaning in a certain time, you will have foxing, you have problem, and the notes, the paper has gone like prone to insect to bite or eat. Anyway, for collector purposes, buy what you can, keep what you can. Don't just jump because you want to show off very high graded notes and pay for very high price. It's not advisable. It's still the same notes. You can get a 64 without EPQ and a 68 EPQ. You pay almost 3 times the price. It's not advisable. It's still a note. As for collectors, yes, keep any notes that come by. Upgrade whenever you have more money, pay for the better price and sell with a lower grade. As far as I know, good items never come cheap. Cheap items will never be good. It's rarely. It's either they are fake or been tampered with. And hopefully for young collectors, please learn to grade yourself the note in front of your eye, not listening to what people say. Thank you.